Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to take a few minutes to talk about the accepted standard within the dog training world, which, again, I show very clearly is based on appearances and assumptions, wrong assumptions at that. Again, based on how this very popular idea is applied with motivating dogs right out of the starting gate in a very superficial way. And I say superficial meaning without depth, without context, without actually connecting dots properly by way of how a dog's decision-making process is governed. Dogs are social animals. And understanding that this has become the standard. And so again, when people, again, I really would encourage people to step back from this. When you look at all the, the confusion, you look at all the infighting, you look at this force-free versus balance, and now balance versus balance, dog trainers, all this infighting, all this lack of coming to any sort of a agreement as to who's right and who's wrong. Well, what I show very clearly based on this idea and how it's applied, it's all wrong. Okay, there is no standard. In fact, the truth of it is 99.9% of dog trainers who have come into agreement with this idea are not even aligned with a true or real standard. That's the fact. Okay, so again, I would encourage people to really think about this. I mean, and again, everything I say proves out because, again, just go on social media. I encourage you to do your own research, audit what's going on, look at the infighting, look at this back and forth, look at this unsettled nature of the dog training world. Look at all the device bans. Look at the mess of the service dog training industry, where, if you look at in terms of a standard, I mean, it's very typical for dogs to be going out into public areas and totally out of control. People rolling their eyes. I mean, knowing full well that the majority of these dogs, are not connected properly, are not perceiving their owners properly. And so, these handlers and these owners don't even have control over these dogs. It's a tremendous mess. But understand, it all points directly towards what I'm saying regarding how this idea is being applied, with motivating dogs to respond the way these trainers are doing it right at the starting gate, and flawed assumptions that are being made. And people are getting certificates. They're assuming things about the relationship. But again, looking at the fact that the perceptions of dogs have not changed for the majority of these dogs at the level at which this is being marketed. And it's no wonder. Because again, if you take everything I say, and again, I would encourage you to apply it to my parenting example. Dealing with a ongoing relationship problem, and these trainers are jumping into a relationship problem and motivating dogs the way they're doing it right out of the starting gate, like minute one, and assuming things, with the sit down, come and stay, rewarding these dogs based on flawed assumptions. And no wonder things aren't cleaning up, or no wonder the service dog training industry is a mess. I mean, just look at it. It's getting worse. So again, I would encourage you to take a very close look at what the information I put out on my website. I have a page dedicated to both the problem and the solution. I go through in detail, and I go through everything. I put out videos talking about the problem, but also the solution by way of a interaction-based approach. So again, all to say, there is no standard in the dog training world. The standard that these trainers are attempting to elevate as a standard is not based on truth. It's not based on facts. Not based in the reality of how a dog's decision-making process is governed. It's based on appearances and flawed assumptions. Thanks for watching.